G'day mate, welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We're on episode 4, and I will say that episode 73 and a half is going to be coming out over the weekend. We did a whole bunch of counting belts, and then I spent 5 hours doing a live stream. Well, 4 hours doing a live stream, and then about an hour doing some tidy up afterwards. So, if you don't want to watch the live stream video, I'm going to give you a quick summary now. It will be coming out over this weekend, the whole live stream, so you can sit down and watch it and see what happened during the live stream. But we laid out 10 bazillion belts. That is a real world term. That is exactly the term we're using. 10 bazillion belts to hook up all the iron stations, which I accidentally overbuilt iron stations. I built 15 iron stations when I only needed, back to my original combinators, 11. So I thoroughly overbuilt iron stations. In fact, this set runs, and this guy has 4 lanes. Technically, this guy has 7 lanes, so realistically, this guy only could have 3 lanes. But yeah, it is what it is. I haven't decided whether I'm going to loop this station into this set, or whether I'm going to try and split the difference between all these guys and have 3 stations out of each one of them and recable the belts. I don't know. Haven't got that far. That's a thought process for another day. Same with the copper. No, copper. We end up using all the stations. There's 1 belt. This guy. We only used 5 out of the 8 belts that came out of it. So yeah, we laid in 10,000 bazillion belts. Yes, that's a real world number. That's exactly how many we laid. And in theory, our whole satellite build is done. I've even run in the extra belt that I forgot last time, so technically we can make satellites. And conveniently, there's this nice open space right here that I'm hoping I can fit 25 silos in. I actually have no idea. Along with fitting in all the unload stations on this side to bring in the materials to actually launch 25 rockets per minute. So, that's been done. I laid down 10 bazillion solar panels, or at least I blueprinted them. The robots have been really good, and they've laid out every accumulator. But we're a little bit short on the solar panels still. We're up to, 250,000 solar panels down. And if we just go look at a nuclear reactor, we're still using some nuclear power, but solar's just sort of kicking in. In theory, don't forget, none of this is actually on. This is run and backed up. The coal line still needs to be moved, but I haven't fixed that yet. This doesn't have any ore fed into it yet either. There we go. We just finished another mining productivity. So yeah, we're going to start using a lot more power when things kick in. So yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to cover. The other thing is there is going to be... So this is episode 34... or 74 rather. Episode 72 and a half, being that live stream, will be coming out over the weekend. Probably ballparking it and saying Saturday sometime. So when you normally tune in and find the Friday Facts done by myself and Mojo, somewhere in that 24-hour time zone, you'll probably also find that live stream. It's something to kick back and watch on the weekend. Along with, there will be another live stream this weekend, because I've claimed this copper patch. This copper patch, because of the way we're doing the train stations, doing direct into the train, it loads 1 train. This iron patch fits 3 trains, that's all. I've claimed these copper patches. This little patch here, I couldn't even fit a train on. It was too small. That's giving me 3 more, that's giving me 3 more, that's giving me 2 more. These are already been claimed and gave me a couple of stations. I still have a couple more patches up here I sort of want to go look at. So there will be some outposting on this weekend. Probably, where are we? Probably that one. Maybe that one. Definitely that one. Possibly some of these. Definitely that one. Possibly that one if I route the trains around it. So, yeah, possibly that one. And then the other thing happening this weekend, there'll be a lot of death. basically. I need to double the size of the base. I need to take what we have currently and extend it. Well, this was the edge of the base, and it works out that my artillery can shoot about this far. So I took the artillery down here, I shot everything and killed everything to there. Then I moved the artillery out and shot everything backward and added all this. I need to do that again going south. Probably twice. And then outpost the whole thing. So yeah, this weekend I am looking at doing another live stream. There is a distinct possibility that I might even invite members of the community that like have done community maps and stuff with me in the past to come along and actually outpost behind me, because there's a lot of work to be done. Oh, that iron patch, I missed that one entirely. Yeah, we'll do that one as well. And we're going to have to get at least a couple of coal patches as well. So, lots of outposts to be done. On top of all that stuff, there will be a whole bunch of artillery, and then so it'll be episode 74 will be the next one. No. Whatever. Next episode after that. We should be in a situation where I can literally turn all of this on. So we'll be going through, we'll be turning this on, we'll be adding or enabling these train stations one by one, letting them fill up with trains, letting them unload all the ore they have straight into this build, and looking for errors is probably the polite way of putting it. At the same time, I'm going to be laying out all the rocket silos. And the plan is, by episode 80, everything is on. Everything is on, everything is running, and we're going to go from there. Actually, no, what we will do this episode as well is we're going to actually try and plan out our rocket silos. Because that's something that's going to take a little bit of time, and that's something I actually want to get done beforehand. I don't actually need them put down, I just need them planned out, so to speak. So, we need a existing silo. Oh look, I've got one. I love copy and paste. And then we need our beacon layout. Oh, that's right, silos changed in size. You lot, move over a tile. You guys also move over a tile. Don't do that. Use that one. That comes pre-equipped with speed modules. Copy. Rotate twice. Paste. Cool. So, the biggest problem with this is I can't actually put in a buffer chest, can I? I can, but it's got to come from the 4 cardinal points. Okay. So, we're going to have stack inserter. Stack inserter, stack inserter. Now, a lot of people have asked me, what am I going to be doing with all the space science we're going to generate? And that's a really good question. And I really, honestly don't have an answer. You don't actually need... We'll see what happens with that. I don't have an answer. That's really the best I can do for you guys. 1. Can I do that? I should be able to. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we should be able to fit in 5 rows of that without a problem. Okay, so the plan is we're going to bring in our rocket parts. Paste, paste, paste. So we're going to bring in our rocket parts. One rocket part will be on that belt. One rocket part will be on this belt. I feel like I'm forgetting something already. Okay, and our last rocket part we're going to bring through here. Can I underground? You can't even underground under a saddle, under a thingamajiggy bob with a whatchamacallit. can't underground under a silo. Okay. I think... No, because now I can't get this way. Okay. Alright, let's not do it on the first one, because the first one doesn't count. It's always the second one. I was saying something important, and it's gone. Because I'm trying to work out belts. Does that work? Actually, I think we could half load all these belts. Because I don't think we need a full belts width. But we're not going to. We're just going to run a full belts in. A full belts in. Okay. So if I copy that monstrosity. And I just clip that there. And paste that on. That's a working combination. So if I delete that bit, and that bit, hopefully this pastes in nice and neatly. Yeah, I haven't worked out what we're going to do with the rocket science, well, the space science. Technically, we have no need for it. So, I don't know. If somebody out there has a base that desperately needs like 10 million space science packs, then I'm your guy, and I have just a few of them. Okay, that silo doesn't exist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And this time around we can use a belt. That's go straight. Yep. Okay, and then that just leaves the satellites themselves. So the satellites themselves, we're going to go up. Is that going to work? Thanks. Autosave. Yeah, so we're gonna throw the space science overboard. I actually see absolutely no use for it. Maybe somebody will write a mod. Maybe I'll ask somebody to write me a mod that lets me load 2000 space science into a rocket silo and launch it. No, it gives me a second slot in a rocket silo. So I can launch a satellite with another 1000 science packs. Possibly. That's possibly an answer. I like I said, I haven't really thought that far in advance. No, I do not want roboports. I want probably to cut that, because I actually thought it'd take up a lot more space. We're going to move it slightly sideways. Robots, you failed. Come on, base bots, come clean all this crap up. Then my robots can put stuff down. Hello? Okay, turn off. Turn off. Come here, guys. Whilst robots think about what they're doing. Turn you back on. Okay. And then I want the same sort of pattern on the bottom. We need that much room, do we? Okay, and then I need an extra tile. Do I need the extra tile? I think I need the extra tile. So if I put that there with an underground there. Delete those two, delete those two, delete those two, delete those two. Which means I should be able to put that there, that there, that there. So yeah, a possible mod that just removes entirely, well, gives me a second slot so I can take 1,000 science packs, have it output to a chest, and then input straight back in the silo and launch it with a satellite. That's a possibility, although I'd need satellites to give me the option to do launch only with, not with any cargo, but launch only with a satellite cargo. So that probably won't work. We might just dump it to active providers, or just like fill up a belt and make it, not even a belt, fill up an inserter chain. And we'll just have an inserter chain that just moves space science packs around the whole silo area. I don't know. I haven't really decided. Because we've got no use for it, exactly that. We have no use for it. You can all go away because you don't actually do anything anymore. We're going to load... So the plan is, we're going to bring in 5 materials here and load these first 5 silos. This is here for our second lot of 5 silos. This belt here, which somehow failed to get pasted there, probably because I didn't hold the shift button hard enough. This belt here will be carrying satellites. Yes, we're putting satellites on a belt, because why the hell not? Now I really want everything to move up 1 tile. Guess what? The whole lot can move up exactly 1 tile. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I'm going to wait for the bots to pick up everything, and they can fly it all back down here when they want to actually do things. Undeconstruct. Redeconstruct. Alright, personal bots to the rescue. Undeconstruct, redeconstruct. 1 tile. Voila. Put that there. Put that inserted there. So we're going to bring out satellites, which technically are only going to be on one side of the belt, which means this might... No, we're just going to fix it now. I don't have the room to fix it. Yeah, so we're going to bring satellites up this center belt, which I'm in the process of fixing. Yeah, okay. That goes that way, that goes that way, that goes that way. Deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. That can go away, that can go away, that can go away. Why does that not line up? What lines up there? Never mind. Damn spaghetti. Alright, what am I doing? I'm taking out U2, U3, U3, U, and U. And then we're going to put that on there. Okay, so the idea is, yeah, we're going to take satellites out on this belt. We're going to feed it into these into these rocket silos. This will be one material, so say rocket fuel. This will be rocket control units. This will be low density structures from our first build. Because don't forget, our satellite build is designed for 25 satellites per minute. But our actual rocket build is only designed for 5 rockets per minute. So this will be our first build. And then if we can maintain a first build and start doing 5 rockets per minute, then we're going to move on and we're going to enable a second build, which will also do 5 rockets per minute. And which will probably mean a lot more outposting, etc., etc., etc. And then potentially move on to a third and a fourth and a fifth and so on and so forth until my PC explodes. So, quick recap. We've got a live stream coming out sometime over this weekend. which has already happened. It's in the past, but like it's going to come and show up on YouTube. So like grab a popcorn. It's about 4 hours long. Put your feet up, sit down, have a watch of that one. You can see some of the shenanigans I got up to and how much I lost my mind just running all these belts, because all these belts were put down as ghosts. And when you have ghost belts that don't show up terribly well, especially when you start laying them over stuff like copper, yep, and especially when you have belts going in all sorts of different directions whilst they're over copper and iron and just shit terrain and doodads, it gets really confusing. So yeah, I almost lost my mind doing that. And then I got some outposting done, and then we had to call the end of the stream. But there will be another stream, like I said, this weekend, which will feature lots and lots of artillery trains. I have the train here with 10,000 artillery shells, and I also have 28,000 in storage. I don't actually think I have enough in storage for the weekend, so that seems like a logical course of action. We're just going to up the storage slightly on the amount of artillery shells we're keeping in storage. That failed. Face them the right way. Get them lined up. There and there. And there. Yeah, I need a few more artillery shells in storage because we need more artillery shells. At the same time, why is that on both sides of the belt? That seems like a bit of an oversight. Okay, I need to go actually probably fix that manually to get that on both sides of the belt, do I? Now let's just underground from there to there. Do I have a red splitter I can see? No, we're going to use blue. Yeah, so I'm going to get a whole bunch more artillery shells. We're going to go out. We're going to kill lots of biters. Put down another 10 million lasers. I think after I've done one more expansion with the biters on, I will probably be calling it for biters. Because I feel like then we're going to have things on and running, at which point biters more than pollution are going to start affecting UPS, because these guys actually really don't bother me that much. They just take a lot of time to clear. So we're going to have another good blast at the biters, and then I think they're probably going to get turned off just to save me time expanding, because expansion takes so long. Anyway, this is the plan we're going to do. We're going to have 3 belts in to feed, from our first build to feed 3 silos. We have a satellite out belt, which is going to feed potentially 25 silos, so I can double this, well, literally 10. Okay, maybe not enough room. Okay, maybe definitely not enough room for 25 satellites, but like we've 25 silos. But we've got 10. That'd be 20. Oh, actually no, we only need another 5. Lo and behold, we can fit 25, all 25 in here. So yeah, that'll be, that's the end goal, to try and have 25 silos. Hopefully, I can do some smarts and do some sort of inserter delay, because really this is the only inserter that's doing anything as far as a rocket silo is concerned. So maybe I can do some sort of inserter delay so we can get them like firing off at a nice like Mexican wave or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we're getting close to the end. The plan is to try and get all the outposting done over the next, over this weekend. And then have probably a episode or 2 just putting final touches on builds and turning them on and confirming that things actually work. And then maybe even catch up episode or 2. We'll see. But yeah, I've rambled obviously for far too long, as always. I'm going to call an end of this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I do hope you're enjoying this series. I was really, really worried that we'd end up going past 100 episodes. and we'd end up going 150 or something again. But no, I've decided we're going to get this done before 100 episodes easily, hopefully. Hopefully, you know, there's always things that can go wrong. I have no idea if this build actually works. In theory it does, but when you have belts that are empty, it does not inspire confidence. I have whole sections of belts empty. And no trains going to a station. Yeah, there's obviously still teething problems. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you over the weekend. As always, down in the description below, you will find my link to my Twitter. Good spot to hit me up and follow me on Twitter, just so you can find out about upcoming live streams. At the same time, go and actually follow me on Twitch. So Twitch you'll definitely get a notification on Twitch, but Twitch, the notification is not great. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll definitely get a backup notification or a primary notification. It all depends on how you look at it. But yeah, definitely stream sometime over the weekend because there's a lot of work to be done. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next one. Bye.